So I don't know exactly how I want to start this video, but let's talk. This is about my latest selling experience on Mercari. So I have sold quite a few things on Mercari. They have a new system for selling trading cards, like this. Essentially, it's a first class envelope. So how Mercari works is you list your stuff, you sell your stuff, the buyer who buys the stuff will receive it within a certain amount of days, and all of it's tracked. When it's tracked, the post office updates it when it's delivered, and then the buyer has how many days to, like 3 days to rate it, make sure it's good. Well, when you're selling small items, they don't track it. They're using first class envelopes, and first class envelopes through UPS are not tracked. This is embarrassing because no, I should know better, and because I've been selling trading cards for a long time. So I ended up selling this card, for $350, an expensive amount because it's a alternate art card. Anyway, I ended up selling it. I had a guy kind of bugging me about it. He must have known the deal. The more that I'm thinking about it, he knew because of the shipping, what was going on. So he ended up bugging me about it, got me to his price, what he wants, or close to it, and I sold it. Just because I was tired of hearing about it, pretty much. And nobody else was really jumping on it because it was expensive. Anyway, I sold the card in Mercari. Like that day that he purchased that, I filled out everything, printed out a label. I had it completely protected in a top loader with a sleeve with a team bag. Had it all nice for him. Sent it off. I sent it off, and from there, it was never tracked. After like, I don't know, 8 days, I received an email from Mercari saying, "Hey, your stuff still hasn't shipped." It was like, no, it shipped. The same day it's all there. Plus it shows they have like a third party website. And this particular website is called like Boils or something like that, Pinky and Boils. Anyway, I'll show a screenshot of that. That particular website is supposed to track first class envelopes, but nobody ever, there's no way to track that through the USPS system. I have found that out. Found it out the hard way too. So either way, I sent it off. The guy kept asking me where it was like 8 days later. I was like, it's in transit. I don't know. It should be there soon, within like 10 days max. It should be there. So on day 9, Mercari canceled the transaction. And I told that guy that same day before they canceled it, like, hey, let me know if it arrives on Monday. It should be there. That's the last day it should be there, is on Monday. Well, it's just so stupid. It's so stupid. I'm so pissed right now. Anyway, he ended up not responding to me when I asked him if it had arrived. The next day, which was yesterday, I asked him again, went to go message him again, and checked everything, checked all of it, like checked their stupid tracking website that doesn't work. I checked with him. I tried to send him a message. When I tried to send him a message, guess what? He had blocked me from doing anything on his website. Just flat out blocked me. Then from there, I went on his profile because I could still see it. I can still see your stuff, dude. I can still see it. You're lucky I don't. I can still see everything that's on his website or profile. Bullshit. So I've also had lots and lots of discussions with Mercari's support team. They constantly say, hey, the buyer should be able to just talk with the buyer. Just talk with him. Make sure. Apparently this is a well-known problem with Mercari and their first-class packaging, because there's no way to track it, Mercari. None. Dumb. Why would you do this? You're pretty much like saying, hey guys, if you buy one of these, it's free. And then the guy who's sending it to you, you get screwed. Because it's a thing. It is a thing. It's all over Quora. It's all over YouTube. I've seen it all over the place. It's bullshit is what it is. Mercari. Bullshit. So either way, I've sent them countless emails. Last night I went off. I was pissed. I said, where is this? Why do I not have money? When am I going to get my money? This is crap. He's got it. I showed him, I screenshotted everything. All of it. Every piece of it. I have screenshotted it. It is saved on my phone. I'm putting some up in here. You already know. That's what I do. I will not share particular information from this guy that purchased this item. Stole it from me, pretty much. This guy knew what he was doing. I can tell. Just from what I'm seeing, I could tell. He knew what he was doing. That's why I'm blocked. He didn't want to pay for it. Cool. Somebody's going to pay for it. Mercari, you're up. Anyway. I was just so pissed. Anyway, so this is going to be another part. There's going to be another part to this video. If I don't like the answer, which I already know I'm not going to like the answer I get from them, we're going to be making some waves. I'm going to be making some waves. I'm very upset. I'm very annoyed. Mercari, you cannot track first-class envelopes through USPS. It does not work. Your shipping option that you have currently set up so people can buy a single card is not going to work. I'm going to go back to eBay mostly for this. I didn't have any problems with this before. Now I do. One time is all it takes for me. One time. So you've lost me as a customer. Anyway, I'm only going to keep my profile on Mercari up until I get some sort of recourse, something, probably for a while, but I'm not going to sell anything. Don't use this website. If you're selling Pokemon, if you're selling anything else that you can add tracking to, fine. But if you're trying to sell trading cards, if you're trying to sell small things, and they won't give you any sort of tracking for this, don't do it. You can go into the post office and they will give you free little tracking labels, their stickers. This is an FYI. If you're selling stuff like this, I have them. I don't even know where I put them. But they give you little tracking barcodes that you can put on your product. The only thing I don't know is if this will work for Mercari, because they won't track it, but you can see that it got tracked. Should have done that. Anyway, it costs a little bit more to do than your purchase, or than their shipping, but it makes more sense. So if you're going to attempt to sell this stuff, you need to make sure that you do not use their cheap option for shipping. Public service announcement. Don't use Mercari. Go back to eBay. Stay with eBay. TCG player. Anything else. I've actually sold a number of cards through Mercari, and they've had tracking, and it was awesome, and it went just fine. And now, because I chose this wrong option, I don't even know how I chose this option. I really don't. You need to track your shit through Mercari. And I was apprehensive. I can tell you this. I was apprehensive when I was dropping that off. I wasn't sure about it. I had a weird feeling, and I should have trusted my gut on that. I should have. Because I was like, this is weird. Tracking, and then the label itself, which I'll show a picture of it. The label itself is just weird compared to the ones that I've used before. They had barcodes and stamp, like just rambling. I'm upset. I'm annoyed. I haven't gotten any answers. I just found all this out. This video is probably longer than it needs to be, and I'm rambling and I'm pissed off. Don't use Mercari.